Hey everybody, this is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to Crunching the Numbers for Week 13, and welcome back to two-time Emmy Award winner Mark Everett Kelly. Mark, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, thanks a lot for your gift there. Really cheap of you. Getting me a Hubba Bubba Bub gum here. I can't believe me. I can't even eat it because you sent it from Alabama. Like, I don't know what the hell is. Anyways, all right, Week 13 in the National Football League. Are you excited for that one? Are you excited?
Can't you see?
I can't see. No, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm doing cartwheels. Come on. Let's break down these games.
All right. 1 o'clock. 6.5-point favorites. Jacksonville into Tennessee.
Oh, but Tennessee has played better last couple of weeks, but Jacksonville has, starting with their blowout win against the Chargers, and they had a big win last week over the Cardinals. I think Jacksonville, you talk about, okay, are they good enough? Are they going to be a team that can win a game in the playoffs? Jacksonville is the same team that didn't they rallied from 33-0 or something against the Chargers a couple of years ago?
Yeah, and playoffs 31.
Yeah, and you thought, okay, that's their coming out moment, and then they lost the next week. So it'd be nice to see them if they're Trevor Lawrence is going to get back to the playoffs. They're in position to do it, and I think, come on, the Titans are. There's a reason why they only have one win, which they shouldn't even have that win. But then again, this is a game that it wouldn't surprise me if the Jaguars wind up losing, but I don't think they will. I think they'll beat the Titans.
And you think they cover?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So also 1 o'clock, and we go to your team, Atlanta Falcons into the New York Jets. Atlanta favored by 2.5.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins is playing. Now, if the Jets were favored, I would take the Atlanta. But because the Jets are not favored, and because Atlanta, I think Kirk Cousins, I think the Jets, I'll make a prediction. The Jets will finally get an interception. How's that?
You're going to be wrong.
And they'll beat the Falcons, getting the 2 points.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I never picked the Jets. You know that.
I know. The Rams versus Carolina. Rams favored by 10.5. Carolina last week, they had their chance. This week they have a chance, and I think they're going to lose both games.
Yeah, well, the Rams are good, and you look at the way Stafford's played. 22 picks, no interceptions. Just a different quarterback. We knew he was good. Again, we were talking about, is this guy Hall of Famer? The way he's played this year, you got to put him there. What's the line on that game?
10.5.
Yeah.
Cover. All right, let's get to the next game. New Orleans into Miami. Miami favored by 6. And don't look now. Miami could put a win streak together, and people will talk about Tua maybe in the playoffs.
New Orleans, I thought they would play better against the Falcons. They haven't. They're just not very good. And so I think Miami's found a little bit of what made them successful a couple of years ago. Tua can play. It's just a matter of, early in the year, he was the whole team seemed to be going through something. And, the head coach is basically a dead man walking. So if they want to play for his job, this is what they're doing. They're better, though, than the Saints. The Saints are bad. So I think the Dolphins will. If you want a bad team, pick the Dolphins.
Arizona at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay favored by 2.5 only. Yeah. This is do or die for Tampa, losing every game here. Do they get off the schneid and finally win on after 3 straight losses?
No, they don't. I think Arizona is quiet. Like I said, Arizona's lost a lot of close games. Now they haven't been as good of late, but they were in the game last week against Jacksonville for most of the game. They're in all the games they play except for the Rams game a couple weeks ago. Was it the Rams or the 49ers? I think both, either one. I think they lost to both of them. I think that the Cardinals are good enough to where they're better than their record is. So I'll take them.
San Fran, Cleveland. San Fran favored by 4.5 in Cleveland.
Yeah. Now, Brock Purdy throwing those 3 picks in the first half, that scared me a little bit.
And it should scare you because he's going up against a guy, Myles Garrett, who's going to have 17 sacks in this game.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I would probably think the Browns.
No, but can you imagine Myles Garrett wasting a season like this for Cleveland, who has only 2 wins? This guy may have 25 sacks this year, and they're probably going to end up with 3 wins.
Yeah, I think you see it. Look, my team has made the playoffs since 2010. There have been plenty of good players whose careers have wasted away.
Unbelievable. All right, this one is a not bad game here. Houston into Indianapolis. Indy favored by 4.5.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Houston's playing better. I mean, you saw what they did to Buffalo with their pass rush.
You have to remind me.
I didn't want to remind you. It's just part of analysis. But yeah, I think if they can put that type of pressure on Indianapolis is a better offensive line, and they can run the ball. Okay, I got you, Josh Allen. I think the Texans are. I mean, they showed me something beating the Bills. So and the Colts.
The Colts got to win. They got to win.
They got to beat a good team. And they lost to the Chiefs, where I think the Broncos beat the Chiefs. Other teams, the Chargers beat the Chiefs. Other teams beat the Chiefs, even though it was in Kansas City. But the Texans are playing a lot better now, and I could see them winning this game. I will take them.
All right, 4:05 game. Minnesota, Seattle. Seattle 11.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I mean that's too much. I'll take Minnesota.
The Raiders into the Chargers. Chargers favored by 8.5. They should be favored by 28.5.
Oh God, the Raiders are bad. I don't know. I think everyone looked at the Raiders at the beginning of the year and said, okay, Geno Smith's not that bad. He had, kind of a resurgence in Seattle. And then you have Pete Carroll coming back, and Carroll of success in both college and the pros, but boy, they look bad. And they fired their offensive coordinator. Chip Kelly is now not working for them. And I think the Raiders are just lost. And 8.5, the Chargers show they can, the Chargers still got to answer how the heck they lost to Jacksonville the way they did. I think they'll come out and play well against the Raiders.
All right, the next game, 4:25, and me and the Buffalo Bills are going to be cooking double because we have James Cook, the greatest, or I shouldn't say the greatest, great running back and everything like that, has over 1,000 yards, and they just added Brendan Cooks, so we got a wide receiver now. So we got 2 cooks. We got 2 cooks here.
Yeah, you got 2 cooks in the kitchen.
I don't want to have.
Did you get Todd Kitchen?
Maybe we could get Todd Kitchen, but 3.5-point favorites, the Bills into Pittsburgh.
That was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's another team.
And I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play or not, but who cares? I think Buffalo needs to get off the schneid here. The Buffalo Bills need to get off here because they got Cincinnati coming into Buffalo next week, and the following week, the Bills go into New England.
Yeah. Look, Pittsburgh got to win this game. And if the Bills lose this game, I'd be worried.
I'm going to be worried.
Yeah. I think the only way that the Steelers can win is if Rodgers is playing. He didn't really play well against Buffalo when he was a Jet. I mean, then he got hurt, first game of the year 2 years ago. But I think Rodgers, good enough to make the difference. He would have made a difference last week, even though the Steelers still scored, some points. If the Steelers win this game against the Bills with Rudolph, then the Bills really got problems. So this would be a good test for you. But I'll take the Steelers.
You're never going to come back next week.
I know, but I took the Bills last week. What do you want?
Yeah, well, just don't take this game. I'll take the game.
I'm going to kiss the death.
From every week from now on, You will not take Buffalo's games. All right.
Right. That's
Now,
what I mean. Kiss to death. So what does
all
it
right.
matter?
Now, this is an interesting game to me. Sunday Night Football, 8:20. The Denver Broncos into Washington. Denver's favored by 6 points.
Yeah.
Denver, when they go to the East Coast late in the season, I got to check the weather how it's in Washington, but late in the season when they play in the East Coast, they're 1-14 last 15 games against the spread and 3-12 straight up.
Wow. How about that? So what does that mean against the Redskins?
That means they're going to lose to Washington.
Well, they won't cover. What?
Or won't cover, yeah.
How many points are they getting?
6 points.
Yeah. Like Washington's just kind of given up. But the Broncos, okay, here's the Broncos. They'll snap that this week. They'll have their second win in the last. They'll be 2-14 against the spread.
All right, so Mark will be back here Monday to preview Monday Night Football. But Mark, go ahead, talk about your sponsors.
So we have Bobby Ledbetter's Twin City Auto Sales in Fort Payne and Gadsden. Bobby's a great guy. They sell so many great cars, and him and his sales staff really do a great job of sitting down and getting to know you and what you need. And again, you mentioned my name, Mark Everett Kelly. You get $5,000 off just to start. So I mean, it's
5,000 off.
500. Yeah, I went from 500 to 5,000.
Thank God.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank God you caught that, Joe. Yeah. Anyway, 500 off. Bobby, don't have a heart attack. Imagine that somebody, Mark, don't make it $5,000 off. What?
Yeah, you know who's going to blame it on? Joe.
No, he wouldn't be blaming it on me. But I'd stick up for you. Anyway, yeah, so Bobby's, again, so much in the community. Him and Miles, who owns the Cal Stampede, my two sponsors, and they help me be able to do stuff like this. They help me be able to go and cover the high school teams around here. Miles owns a place called the Cal Stampede, which is a really good restaurant that's got a buffet and it caters to middle-class families. And it's really good food when you go in there. I mean, I go in there on my days off and eat just to eat because it's better than the food I'm going to make anyway. I'm so thankful for them, and they're two good guys that really help the community, and they do so many things for the people in and around Fort Payne and Rainsville and DeKalb County, and I'm grateful to have them.
All right, as mentioned, Mark will be back here Monday to preview Monday Night Football. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Thank you, Joe.